Hello guys and welcome to spooky season. Welcome to spooky season on my channel. I hope you all are enjoying it so far. This is the look we're going to do today. This is quite a vampy sort of look. It's very dramatic and very crisp, but I love it. I think it's very fun. We use a lot of interesting products and a very cool glitter for the outer and inner corners. Nice dark lip, and I still have lipstick on my teeth. Wow. It just keeps happening. And also in this video I'm going to do a couple of BuzzFeed quizzes for horror movies. Yeah, kind of long. Some of them were kind of long. I just kind of answered questions as I went and then found out what the results were at the end. So I hope you all like it. Don't forget down below to hit subscribe and help me get to my goal of 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you can help me, that would be amazing. I would be much appreciative of that. Also, if you want to see up close pictures of this look sometime after the video goes up, I will post pictures on my Instagram. It's always linked down below, so go give that a follow so you're up to date on all the pictures and you can see all the details and see if you actually want to recreate it yourself. And if you do, tag me in it. I would like to see it. I love seeing people recreate my stuff. So yeah, if you want to see how to get this look for spooky season, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's get into it because this is going to be probably a bit of a longer video because I'm probably going to be rambling a little bit. Look at my cute little choker though. Very cute. Very cute. And I've also got my BuzzFeed quizzes up so we can see what the story is. I've got some horror movie quizzes, so let's just see. The first one that we're going to do is which stereotypical horror movie character are you? So what kind of a horror movie character are you? I just want to show you as well, this is my little colour palette that we're going to be working on. There is a black there, you can see. We're probably going to do some chunky apocalyptic beauty glitters, which is going to be always fun. I'm going to do a big massive wing, which I never really do, but I'm excited to do so. And yeah, I think it'll be fun. Probably a dark lip as well because, you know, it's Halloween and dark lips. I am going to start with a black base, so I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown gel liner. You could use the Inglot one if you really want it to be budge proof, but that can be a little bit difficult to take off. So I'm just going to coat one side of my 221 from MAC, just a very small or 211, sorry, 211. It's a very small little liner brush. We're going to use that, and let's start with the first question. So where's my little mirror? The first question is, you're starting your road trip to camp. Which song are you picking to start your playlist? Season of Time by the Zombies, Cherry Bomb by the Runaways, Golden Years by David Bowie, maybe, The Stroke by Billy Squier, Moving in Stereo by the Cars, Sweet Virginia by the Rolling Stones, Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult, and Hurdy Gurdy Man by Donovan. I'm going to go David Bowie. So what we're going to do first is just map this out with your gel liner. Start lower than you think you're probably going to go. And I am going to go up a little bit higher than my crease. The next question is the essentials. What essentials are in your travel bag? Nail file, travel guide, hiking boots, a yoga mat, cherry chapstick and soy nuts, a pack of chewing gum, expensive moisturizer and pepper spray, a beloved sweatshirt, spray and deodorant, and quality earbuds, laptop, Swiss Army knife, terminal. I'm not going to read everything out because my god. I'm going to go a laptop, Swiss Army knife, and thermal leggings. I think that's a decent choice. What I'm also going to do as well is, before I full on have it all mapped around like the exact shape, I'm going to just go and do my wing area, and I'm actually going to bring it down further than I normally would a wing liner, because I do want to do some under here as well, and I don't want it to just stop harshly at the edge. So we're just going to go in and try to get this all to match up. And then you can spend your time just filling it all in. You can do the black base on the bottom as well, but I don't want to do that just yet. I'm going to wait a little bit. Next question is, if you had to pick an 80s slasher, which would it be? Slumber Party Massacre, Halloween, Friday 13th, Bloody Valentine, Nightmare on Elm Street, Prom Night, Final Exam, Sleepaway Camp. Oh, an 80s slasher to watch. I'm going to go... Oh... I may go Nightmare on Elm Street, even though I actually, as a movie, I tend to prefer Halloween. But I think for the general entertainment value of Freddy Krueger and Nancy, and obviously very cute and adorable young Johnny Depp, yeah, I think that's the one I would go for. Okay, they are even enough for me anyway. We're going to cover the whole thing in shadow anyway. So what I want to do, I think, is start with the matte black. I think that'll be the easiest. I was going to use this brown in the crease, but I actually kind of forgot to do so. Whatever, it's going to be fine. It'll still work out perfect fine. It was just something in the crease, but it's still going to be fine. This is Corrupt from Makeup Geek. It's the matte black that they sell. And I'm going to start with another really small little brush like this guy, just to get the wing on, without making it too big or anything like that. And if you make a bit of a mess like around the outside, I haven't got any foundation or anything on, I can just tidy up with some makeup remover and then go in and like have everything super clean. So with this shade, we're going about as far as where the about a third of the way across, so kind of where your eye gets up to your eyeball, as far as about there, if that makes any sense. So just that we have enough space for the other shades. But what I am going to do as well is take a little bit of this and just run it along the edge, only about halfway across. I don't want to go the full way across, but just about halfway. You could, if you wanted to, just like leave the black liner and then just go in with the other colours and not do the black, because it is just a step to make it look more perfected, but it does make it look more perfected, so that's why. So while I do the other side, let's get another question up. What is your weapon of choice to fight the bad guy? Shotgun, axe, flare gun, knife, chainsaw, machete, hammer, metal chains. Ooh, I wouldn't go gun because you'd run out of bullets, so I would either go for an axe, a knife, or hammer, or machete. I'm gonna go machete. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jason style, and I'm gonna go for a machete. Which camp activity do you sign up for first? Yoga, board games, canoeing, archery, archery, scavenger hunting, swimming, arts and crafts. I'd either go arts and crafts or archery, but I've always wanted to learn how to do archery properly, so let's do that. Okay, in the next shade, I'm going to go into Curtain Call, which is from Makeup Geek. It's one of the foil shades, and it's stunning, stunning. And I never really use it, but it's stunning. The next question is, it's close to midnight and all the lights go out. You're asked to go fix the breakup box half a mile away from your cabin. What do you do? No. I'm not going to read all these because they're very long. I'm just going to pick one. It says, you do it and you're prepared. Flashlight, phone, and weapon in hand. Yes. That one. I read them all, but that's the one that I think I would actually do. Look at that colour. It's so pretty. The next shade is, being a camp counsellor isn't the best summer gig. Why are you doing it? Again, I'm not going to read through all these. Need the money. The only decent job I could find. So this red shade is going to go on the centre third of the eye. And we can blend it into this here, into the black. So like normal, we're just going to go in with the red first, get it where you want it, and then we can go in and go back and forward between the black and the red. Then taking my small little brush I used for the black, and I'm just going to use that to tap over the red, just where they meet, just to give us a little bit more of a nice gradient. So the next question is, it's the night before the campers arrive and celebrate you and your fellow campers decide to hang out under a campfire. Again, they're all very long. Gonna go roasting marshmallows. I've never actually roasted marshmallows, I've always wanted to. You've definitely been hearing some strange noises during the early morning jog, and it's not animal noise. After a few minutes you realise that there's someone watching you from behind a tree. You spooky. Don't investigate. Definitely not that one. I'm either between you're already running, so why not run faster, or you keep jogging, it's probably just a hiker, right? I'm gonna go you're already running, so why not run faster? I'm already loving this. This is so cool. It's gonna look so, obviously it's one of those looks that looks better once the mascara and everything is on. I'm gonna go in with Flashing Lights. This is from Colored Raine. I know I'm kind of chopping and changing between a lot of these, but I want to use them, so yeah, that's why. I'm just taking it on a smaller little flat brush. This is just a sleek brush. And our next question is, one of the counsellors hasn't been seen for a few hours and it's past curfew. What do you do? Again, a lot of these are very long. I'm very sorry about this. I'm just going to quickly read through them. You call the police, leaving it to the authorities is probably the most responsible option. Not to mention the safest. Yes. I think this is the last one, yep. And lastly, the worst has happened. You've been attacked by a masked stranger wielding a chainsaw. Leatherface. Unfortunately, you've been separated from the group and are trapped with a badly injured counselor, what do you do? I'm gonna go for... You find weapons. It's every man for themselves out there. You give the counselor a weapon and go your own way. I'm the jock that everyone wishes had lived. Ah, okay, that's okay. But I die. Okay, never mind. Apparently I don't survive, but that's okay. So with that silver shade, I'm going to take that on the inner part in here. This is such a cute silver. I like it. It's very nice. Bringing it all the way to the edge of that black. And if you need to go in with a smaller brush to get really detailed, do that because it'll make it a lot better. And then once I have the silver on where I want it, I'm just taking a little bit more of that red and going in and just tapping over the edge where they meet. Give us more of that nice gradient. You can always go in with your fingers well if you want to re-intensify the red. The next quiz that I have up here is actually a poll. It's a series of polls, and it's which horror movie is scarier. So let's start with the first one. This should be fun. Midsommar or Hereditary, both by the same director. I haven't seen Midsommar, but it's definitely on my list to see, and I watched Hereditary while I was in lockdown and it messed me up something terrible, so I'm gonna go Hereditary. It was a hard watch. Yeah. A Quiet Place or It Follows. It Follows is actually on my list this year for my horror movies. I haven't watched it just yet as I'm filming this, but it will be watched by the end of the month. I'm gonna go A Quiet Place only because it's what I know. Actually, no, I'm gonna go It Follows because I know it's scarier, because I didn't find A Quiet Place super scary. I just found it very tense. Next one is Blair Witch Project or Paranormal Activity. For me, the scarier one was Paranormal Activity. The better movie to me, and better writing and everything, is Blair Witch. Alrighty, I'm happy with that blend. I have a lot of fallout from the black in particular, so I'm going to tie that up in a few minutes. But I want to work on my lower lash line because I'm going to still use the black. So let's get a little bit of... What am I going to use? I think I might just go with the shadows at this point. I have primer on. I've my Urban Decay primer potion on my lower lashes anyway. So I might just go with the shadows. I think that'll be fine. I'm going to take this very small little... what is it? The smoky eye brush from number 7. I'm going to use some of that with the same black. The next two movies is Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street. Scarier is Halloween, definitely scarier. Get Out or Us. Us is completely scarier. I don't know if people are agreeing with me. Hang on. Am I right so far? Kinda. Yeah, it's a poll, so basically it shows you what other people voted as well. Next one then is The Babadook or It. Ooh, that's hard. It's the first It. When I watched The Babadook, I watched it at home. When I watched It, I watched it in the cinema. And I loved it. I had a great time. It was hilarious. Not the movie that was hilarious, just the experience was hilarious because there was a guy beside us that was very, very scared. I'm not sure. I brought that black about nearly halfway across, but not quite halfway. How did those two? I don't know. I would say what actually scared me more would be probably It. I'm gonna go It because there was 1 or 2 scenes in Babadook that scared me, but there was more scenes in It that scared me. The next is The Witch or The Conjuring. The Conjuring definitely scared me. The Witch is a beautiful movie and it's a great movie. It's just, it didn't actually scare me. It's more atmospheric, if you would like to say that. I'm going to take my brush that I use for the red and use some of that. And that's going to go on the center part of the lower lash line. Next then is The Shining or Silence of the Lambs. What's more scary? If you're in the situation, The Shining is terrifying. Yeah, I'm going to go The Shining, I think. And I'm right. People who've agreed with me. Oh, the next one. The Exorcist or Rosemary's Baby. I didn't really find Rosemary's Baby scary. It was a great film though. The Exorcist isn't the one movie that like shit scares me every time. Next then is The Craft or Jennifer's Body. I've seen neither. But I think Jennifer's Body is actually more of a horror. I'm going back in with that brush I used for the black and then just making sure that they blend beside each other nicely. And then the last one for this is Scream, or I Know What You Did Last Summer. I love Scream, so I'm going to go Scream. Yes, I was correct. And I may like reblend all this as well, because once I do my under eye concealer and all, I might have to just reblend edges and stuff like that, but I just want to get the colours on so I don't have as much fallout. I'm going to take that silver and that's going to go on the inner part in here. Okay, let me go and tidy away all this fabulous fallout that I have. And then we can come back. I'm going to do my skin. I'm going to put my foundation and concealer on, and possibly my powder, I'll see, and then we can come back and we can finish the eyes off a little bit more. Okay, so I've tidied everything up. I have put my under eye concealer on, I put my foundation on, I put everything else on. I haven't done any powder because I want to use some cream products on the cheeks, and I haven't done my cheeks or my lip or the glitter. So let's do all of those. So I'm going to do a bit of an inner corner highlight. I need a little brush. So I might be putting glitter on my inner corner as well, but I'm just going to go in with this shade, which is Crushed Pearls from Coloured Raine. Has a little bit of a slightly red peach duochrome twist, so I'm just going to pop that on the inner corner. And while I do so, I'm going to start a new quiz. So this one here is, what are you called? It's Watched It or Skipped It, a horror movie quiz that will guess your generation with 97% of accuracy. I don't think they will, because I do like a lot of old movies. So let's start. The first one is Psycho. Watched it, obviously. If you haven't, you should. You're missing out. Next one then is Midsummer. I have not watched that yet, but it's on my list. What's this one? Final Destination, I've watched it. Halloween, I've watched it. Get Out, I've watched it. A lot of these I feel like I'm going to have watched, because I do like a lot of them. So I'm not going to do any upper liner because the shape is already winged out enough for me. I'm just going to do lashes that probably have a bit of a wing shape to them. But I'm going to do some liner on my waterline, and I'm going to use Basic Red pencil from MAC. It's one of their Chromagraphic pencils. It's beautiful and great. So pigmented. The next movie is The Evil Dead 2. I actually haven't seen that one. I Know What You Did Last Summer, haven't seen that one. Paranormal Activity, I've seen that one. Candyman, I've seen that one, and I'm so excited for the remake for, oh, sorry, let me just get my mirror. I'm so excited for the remake by Jordan Peele. Very, very exciting. Cannot wait. So now I'm going to pop on a little bit of mascara, and this is just the Get Big Lashes Volume and Curl Mascara from Essence. Just something to give a little bit of something on the actual eyes. The next one here then is The Conjuring. I've seen it. Friday 13th, I've seen it. Saw, I've seen it. Exorcist, my fave. And it's weird, people might think, oh, The Exorcist is the movie that scares you the most. Why do you love it so much? Because that's the point of a horror movie for me, is that it's supposed to affect you. It's supposed to really scare you. And like, there's two ways to ask a question and answer a question like this about horror movies. So you can say, what's your favorite horror movie? And they can say, I don't know, something like The Shining. But then you can ask it again, what horror movie scared you the most? And they could say something different. Or they could say the same thing. And in my case, when someone says to me what my favourite scary movie is, what my favourite horror movie is, I always say The Exorcist, because it is my favourite. It's the one that still affects me now. I still cannot bring myself to watch it alone, even though I do watch it every year. It's just my favourite. It's, for me, my favourite made movie as well. In terms of horror movies, it's great. So I think now that I have my eyes pretty much done, I do have to put lash sample. I'm going to do that in a few minutes. I am going to actually do my skin. So let me grab my contour, which is going to be my Laritzy bronzer stick. And I'm going to take that on my Luxie, is it Luxie? No, Zoeva Face Shape 110 brush. I'm just going to pick a little bit of that up onto the actual brush. I prefer to do it this way. I don't know why, I just do. The next movie on my little list is A Quiet Place. I have seen that. I watched it at the beginning of the year. Next one is Nightmare on Elm Street. Seen that. The Ring. Love it. I haven't watched it in ages, actually. And I've actually watched the second one more because it used to always be on TV, so I used to always watch it when it was on. Okay, then for my blusher, I do want to go red. And I have a little sample here of the MAC Cream Colour Base in the shade Premeditated. It's this colour. It actually matches my top pretty well. It's a cream, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that on a brush. Whoa, that is... Whoa, okay, that was a bit much. Whoopsie. I'm going to take that off on my hand. It keeps going, oh my god. Let's see what our next one is. The next one is The Ring. I've seen that. The Shining, I've seen that. And the next one then is the Blur Witch product, which I do really like. I'm going to use my foundation brush to blend this out, don't worry guys. I'm not insane. I did really like, I don't find it as scary as people say, and I do know a lot of that is to do with the marketing behind it. But I don't know, I found it really good, and I found it very interesting when I was watching it, but just not super scary. So then I'm just going to take my Next to Nothing powder from MAC. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on my face, just to set my makeup. Just where it mostly needs to be set. I do kind of set everywhere, but very lightly. I don't pack it on. I don't bake or anything like that. Our next one then is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Really enjoyed that movie. I particularly love the remake as well. I'm not opposed to remakes of movies. It doesn't bother me too much. The original is always going to be there for you to watch, because I know that there is rumors that they're doing an Exorcist remake, and I'm very intrigued, and a lot of people aren't. The original is always going to be there. Yes, it probably is a money racket, but whatever. You get to watch something else. So yeah, I'm not opposed to a remake. I'm actually kind of looking forward to that Exorcist one, to see what it's like, see what they can do with new technologies and possibly the same story. Okay, so then we're going to finish off with some highlight, and just to kind of match the silvery tone, I'm going to go in with my Diamond Bomb from Fenty. There's no real colour off this, it's mostly just shimmer. And I'm just going to pop that on my cheeks. I'm actually going to use my finger because that brush is not working for me right now. There she is. It's mostly just like a sparkle, which I love. If you don't like a super sparkly highlight, you probably won't like it. But I like it. So I'm going to pop on some glitters. I have two here, and I think I know which one I want to use. I think I'm going to use the one Blood Moon. It's red and black. It's got some holographic and iridescent sort of glitters as well in it, and I'm going to try and get a couple of moons. I haven't got anything with spiders in it, which kind of upsets me. I need to get something like that. But what I'm going to do is, where I'm going to place it is going to be kind of some out here and a little bit of glitter, and I might do a couple on the inner corner as well. I'm going to use some glitter primer for that though. Just taking some of my NYX glitter primer. I'm just going to do section by section, so I'm not going to apply the glitter primer in all the areas. I'm just going to take a little bit out here. These aren't particularly eye safe glitters, so just be wary of putting them this close to your eye. I have worn them around the eye and I haven't had an issue with them, but I wouldn't recommend putting them around your eye. So you can kind of just maneuver them around as you need to. I have a moon there, a couple of stars, and I've got a lot of the bigger kind of glitters and some of the smaller iridescent ones. So I'm just going to do that on my inner corners, and I'm going to do another one on this side, and that's going to be it, I think. Look how pretty it looks. It's like moons and stars and little like dot glitters, and they're not completely even, which I kind of like as well. Like one side might have a bit more than the other, just generally in the same shape and the same sort of stuff. I like it, I'm loving it. So I'm going to pop on some lashes. These are the Iconic Minis from House of Lashes, because they have a little bit more of that winged out shape, and I think they'd be really nice. So let me do that, jump off for a second, and I will put my lip on when I come back. Alright guys, I did my lip off camera because I want to save a little bit of time. I'm in a bit of a hurry, but this is how the look turned out. I'm very happy with how this looks. It's very dramatic and it's very intense, but it's still pretty, and it's still something you could wear to like a cute little Halloween party. If you're in work and they have like a little Halloween party, you could do something like this. The lip that I used was MAC's lip pencil in burgundy, just to line my lips and fill it in. And then I went in with my NYX soft matte lip cream in the shade Copenhagen, which is like a burgundy. So it's a bit more red than it looks here, but yeah, very pretty. And then just in the very center, I just tapped a tiny little bit of this. This is the KVD Vegan Beauty Everlasting Glimmer Veil in the shade Dazzle, which is the red. It's just like a sparkly lip topper, and I just popped a little bit in the middle. It's not like super sparkly because obviously I've got other colors on with it, but it's sparkly enough. I like it. It's kind of just giving a more metallic sort of effect to the look. So before I sign off, you guys, let me find out what generation I am. So the next one up was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I have watched, and then the last one was Scream, which I've also watched. And I am a Gen Z? No. Gen X? I don't actually know what that means. To mid-millennial. And it says I like my classics, says I like my new horror films. I'm definitely a millennial. I'm 26, so yeah, and I got that liquid lip all over my teeth. But I am 26, so I am actually a millennial. So it was close. It was close, I would say. So this is our finished look. I hope you all liked it. If you did like this, then give me a big thumbs up down below. Let me know in the comments what you think of this look. Do you like the Apocalyptic Beauty glitters? If you have any, let me know which ones you have, because I love mine. I think they're so fun. And I'm still getting glitter or red lipstick on my teeth. And yeah, I love mine. I'm getting a lot of use of them, especially this time of year, but I would definitely use them more times as well. Also hit subscribe down below to see more videos. I've got more spooky stuff coming up for spooky season. I'm having a blast during spooky season. It's been great. I love it. I love this time of year, and I hope you guys do too. So don't forget to subscribe to see all my more of my costume videos and more of my kind of Halloween spooky glam sort of videos. And yeah, if you want to see this look up close, don't forget to follow my Instagram down below. Sometime after this video has gone up, the actual pictures will go up onto my Instagram, where you can see all the details up close and personal. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye!